Hello, welcome to the Ectoviolence channel. We're doing a live stream today, and the reason we're a few minutes late is because one of these cats was going to town. I don't want to say anything too racy here right away, but going to town on the other one's bunghole, giving it a nice clean job, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of why I'm just a couple minutes late here today. Haven't done one of these live streams in about 4 months. I've only done a couple. I'm trying to get into the habit of attempting to do them every few months. Let's see here. Looks like my internet connection is trash, so that's great. What I'm going to get into is a Q&A if anybody ever shows up, but also just some DVDs and interesting DVD packages. Yeah, Darwin. All right. Don't step on the keyboard, please. They want in my robe. This is ridiculous. You have any guys? Come on. You want in the robe? What pets? Hey. So the first DVD I'm going to pull out here is something I've talked about recently. These Walmart exclusive covers for horror, the slip covers, and these glow-in-the-dark ones, the ones they have been doing for every Halloween season recently. And I just did a video on the ones they have out now for Valentine's Day, because that's pretty cool if you ask me. But basically, I just wanted to take a look at some of this stuff. I think that's kind of cool. It's not super unique. By interesting DVDs, I do mean stuff like this. Okay, so we have Mothra versus Godzilla. And this is the Toho Master Collection. It's still got this little tiny slip over it. But I actually rather like these releases. I have 2 of them from this release. I have the original Godzilla this way as well. And I just came across them when I was looking for these thrifting and working on my Godzilla collection. Am I planning to pick up 7 on 4K? Well, I haven't decided. I do like 7, and I like David Fincher, but I have seen a lot of criticisms of it, so I'm not entirely sure yet. I've seen a lot of people saying that it has that kind of AI look to it, AI smoothing, that kind of thing. So I haven't checked it out yet. I think I only have, no, I have 7 on Blu-ray, I think, so not a bad format to have it on. But, you know, I do like that movie. Thanks for the comment. And this is the Godzilla one in the collection. I just opened it up, but take that out so it's out of the way. So this is just another one of these unique and interesting packages. It kind of snaps closed, opens up, has those in there, and has a little booklet. We like that. There's a whole essay about Godzilla's footprint in there. You've never seen Seven, but you got the 4K Steelbook coming tomorrow. Okay, well, it's a great movie. You'll have a great time with that movie. Like, it's... if you've ever seen Saw, it's like Saw, but better. That first Saw movie I really actually like still. And some of the other ones after that are watchable for fun, but that first one I think's like a masterpiece of horror of the time, and it takes a lot from Seven. So it's a fun one, though. Now I've got Cool Runnings here. We're taking a look at Cool Runnings, only because it has a white case. Cool Runnings is a great movie, though, if you've never seen it. And actually, it's winter, so it's a perfect time to watch it. I'm in Kansas City, and we're in the middle of a awful snowstorm. Oh my gosh. Darwin, get out of the way. I'm trying to use my hand. I'll pet you within a second. There we go. Okay. Then we got these style, which are similar to the ones that you find like Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back or The Crow or Manhunter in. But it's a double case. Some of those are, I guess, double cases. The Crow isn't, though. So this is a different edition that has a bunch of extra special features, which is interesting. I'm a big Independence Day fan, so of course I'm getting that. Oh, come on. Nobody wants to see that. Except if you're you freaky weirdos out there. Get out of my chat. Anyway. Taxi Driver. Now, when I think of interesting DVD packages, this is one I think of, because I can't think of one that has a packaging exactly like it. Yeah, see, again, I haven't checked it out yet myself. I have a few friends who also have, physical media channels on YouTube, and I've seen, like, a couple of them also basically just saying it doesn't look good. But I don't recall any of them actually providing scans or comparisons to the Blu-ray or anything, so it'd be interesting. I might buy it just to do that and see what it looks like compared to the Blu-ray. I did that with The Labyrinth recently, and I gotta say, I was way happier with the Blu-ray. The other night, me and my girlfriend were going to watch The Labyrinth on her birthday, and we watched the Blu-ray. I just bought the 4K Steelbook. But it also had a printing issue, so there's that. You just watched Taxi Driver for the first time last week. It was decent. Pocked it up since it inspired Joker. Yeah, well, I saw this movie as a teenager because I was just getting into Scorsese and, like, Tarantino and that kind of stuff as a teenager, and I got this set, which has this that slides off the front there, just halfway. I guess it actually is supposed to be the other way. We were looking at it backwards. There you go. But yeah, I saw it then, and it's one of those movies that, like, people just like the Joker take it the wrong way and do weird and make weird interpretations of it, but it's a weird and dark and I wouldn't say fun movie, but I do like it. And I've had this one for like 15, 20 years probably at this point, almost 20. I don't know when I got that. 2007 maybe, jeez. Then we're looking at the collector's edition of Pulp Fiction on DVD, which has like that sort of, you can see what the texture is going for in there. Now, I bought this after my brother had it. It had a bunch of special features, borderline Criterion Collection feeling release, you know. It's not, but you open it up, you get that on the inside, because that is a little window that feeds through. See, Scorsese, for me, I don't like all of his movies, you know. But The Departed is really good. Goodfellas is unbeatable. I didn't like Raging Bull like everybody else seems to. I don't give a shit about boxing, though. I don't know. Those are the ones that are coming to mind. Wolf of Wall Street's really good, too. I mean, people, again, take that movie the wrong way, though, so. Oh, but this Pulp Fiction set actually, originally, when it was new, came with like a Jackrabbit Slim's menu in here, and it did not when I bought it, so. But I've had this thing also since I was a teenager. Bought that in high school. Now, I wish there were more of these, or at least that I had more of them, but these covers, the DVDs with the lenticular covers there. Now, I didn't even buy this movie. I think I got this donated to me through someone's collection because they were getting rid of them and they knew I collected. But I appreciate the cover. Man, Goodfellas, it's his undisputed masterpiece for sure, I'd say. I don't even care. Like, I've watched The Godfather, and The Godfather's good and all, but I'd rather watch Goodfellas, you know what I'm saying? Now, I brought this one out just because it is a Blockbuster previously owned Youth in Revolt, which is a movie with Michael Cera, Justin Long, Zach Galifianakis, a bunch of people. Pretty interesting movie. Ray Liotta and Steve Buscemi as well. I forgot about that. I haven't watched this movie since, I don't know, at least 2017 or something like that. But I do like the Blockbuster logo on the case in there. Pretty sick. That's just fun to have around if you're a physical media nerd, and I am. Outside the regular style of cases that you see now, old school DVD people or thrifters will remember the snap cases, of which I have a bunch. I just happened to see this one first and grabbed it. Again, I think this one was donated to me. But hey, it's everything printed in there. There's something nice about these. Like, the printing is nice. I don't know how to describe it. I think it's just because the image looks different on these style of cases because there's no film over it. I gotta watch some more horror films after playing Alan Wake 2 and Silent Hill 2. Yeah, I haven't played a lot of video games in recent years. Hello, Tatum. We are here. Love you. We're looking at Punch Drunk Love. Oh, wait, did I miss something? Oh, no, you're talking about the original DVD cases. Yeah, those are cool. I like this one as well. That you take off this slipcover, which I will point out I bought for $2.99. Pretty sick. And it opens up. It's one of these style. And just very beautiful. I love the packaging and opening up all this stuff like this. It's just fun. That's all I pulled out from my stacks that I could think of. I was thinking I had a lot more unique DVD style packages when I was like, had this idea to do this, and then didn't come across as much as I had hoped originally. So, let's talk about 2025 though. Looking forward to seeing Wolfman this month. That's gonna be awesome. I'm pretty stoked for that. Hold on. Pulling something up here. So we've got Wolfman. We've got Back in Action, huh? That's coming out in January. Flight Risk. Yeah, it's that Mark Wahlberg movie directed by Mel Gibson. I am interested. I am going to go see Screamboat. If you haven't heard of Screamboat, it's the slasher that's Willy Wonka, fucking Walt Disney Steamboat Willie horror movie with Mickey Mouse, but starring David Howard Thornton, who plays Art the Clown as Mickey Mouse. Let's see. There's also Companion, and I'm actually very interested in seeing that. It has Sophie Thatcher and Jack Quaid in that, and Jack Quaid, I liked him in Scream 5, so I don't know. We'll see. He's in another movie that's coming out in a couple months after that called like Novocaine. I'm not interested in that though. That one didn't grab my attention, let's say. And then we have Love Hurts, described as an American action comedy film. I do like the poster for that though. It's like a candy heart splattered with blood. It says Love Hurts on it. But I'm more interested in Heart Eyes, February 7th. You think you only own one DVD from your childhood, and that's Drop Dead Fred. That's good. I have Drop Dead Fred on DVD as well. It's around here somewhere. Actually, it's out there and with the regular DVDs, but yeah, that's it's not exactly a Twin Peaks mug, but that is my Twin Peaks cabinet. That little square is full of all of my Twin Peaks stuff. So it's just the chevron pattern mug, so I keep it in there. And I have a Winkies mug, too, from Mulholland Drive. Big Twin Peaks nerd. You may have even found the channel through that, because I just had a video recently that kind of exploded, at least for my channel, about Twin Peaks. But, yeah, big Twin Peaks fan. So I did a video comparing the gold set and the Blu-ray, and before that, I've done a video about the VHS alternate pilot, the international pilot. And I think I did another video showing off that entire, like, the physical media collection, at least, and David Lynch stuff, because I have all of his movies on DVD, a couple VHS and other things. I don't have any of his short films, though. I'd like to get that collection. I'm gearing up next month for my annual Twin Peaks rewatch. Nice. Glad to see it. Yeah, there's also, I bought these at Dollar General. There's these little, they call them coasters, and they're just little circular pieces of wood. And so I painted on them, like, to make them sort of look, the top half was red and the bottom's the chevron pattern. Little Twin Peaks coasters in there that those mugs are sitting on. It's like one of those worship candles with David Lynch on it. Mulholland Drive is such, I love it. Same with Blue Velvet. I love Lost Highway. Those are probably my favorites of his, movie-wise. Are you biting my hand right now? Yeah, it's funny. I watched Mulholland Drive years after I'd watched The Ring, but it had been so long since I had watched The Ring, I didn't even realize that was Naomi Watts. There's also an Alf cabinet behind me. Like, right behind me. I hope you guys like cats. Get off the keyboard, please. We don't need you hitting random buttons. Thank you. So, I don't know. What else we got to talk about? I'm wearing my hymn robe I got for Christmas in here. Nice and, toasty in the middle of this snowstorm. Yeah, I've been curating a lot of this junk for a lot of years. I have like boxes full of old candies and stuff from the 80s and 90s too. It's a sickness. It's an illness. Getting booped over here. What I'm really stoked about, I can tell you, is TerraVision's release of Rumpelstiltskin on 4K. And I'm just waiting for it. I'm being as patient as I humanly can, although I paid for it October 3rd, so I'm just at this point like, give it to me now. Come on, sit on my lap. Get down here. So, yeah, they're packaging it up, though, so I'm stoked to get that. You said you got the entire mystery on Blu-ray at Christmas, but you did not own the TV series box set before it. Upgraded a mystery set for missing pieces in better case. Yeah. There's a bunch of releases. It's like the first two releases have commentary tracks that aren't in anything else. And then the gold box has the SNL stuff and the Georgia Coffee commercials, which are not on anything else. And the entire mystery has most of what's on the gold box, but it doesn't have the Georgia Coffee or the SNL stuff, or I think there's a couple other things missing, but I'm not 100% sure on that. And then Z to A has everything from the return set, and it has everything from the gold box again, except minus that. It has everything from the entire mystery, so they are re-releasing the Z to A, and I might get that strictly because it has the pilot and episode 8 of The Return on 4K UHD, and I'm like, I'm interested in that. And it's only $70 because the old version of Z to A is going for like $300 now these days, and oh, that's crazy. I didn't even know that. I'm trying to finagle my hands on a VHS copy of Firewalk with Me from VHS or Die. He's got one he's selling right now, and I'm trying to get my hands on it. I actually want to get some Twin Peaks laser discs because I don't have any of those, and I just want to add them to the collection. I have the International Pilot on VHS, and then I have the original first 2 seasons on VHS as well, but I was surprised how well the DVDs compared to the Blu-rays in that video that I did, because, damn. But those have been 2 of my best performing videos when I did, I also did a video about comparing the ALF DVD sets, because Lionsgate released ALF in the, like, 2004, 2005 era, and then Shout just released like the definitive uncut versions and stuff, and there's discrepancies there too. I think it's worth having both sets. If you're a nerd like I am, at least. So I'm definitely going to do some more of those. I'm actually planning on comparing the VHS, the DVD, the Blu-ray, and the 4K for Ghostbusters soon. I'm going to compare all of them in terms of just what the film looks like, the quality, the framing, the color. Yeah, the missing pieces are fun. I feel like I've only watched them once or twice, but they're worth it for sure. I'm one of those people, I want to have everything I can, so I'm at some point going to go get those original DVD sets because the commentaries need to have that. The trailer for the new Osgood Perkins movie is coming out soon too, The Monkey. I'm interested in that. Elijah Wood's in it. I love Elijah Wood. Him as whoever he was playing in the Toxic Avenger remake that I don't know if it got shelved or what. It's just not coming. But the screenshots of that, just, I want to see that desperately. He's just purring up a storm over here. Yeah, well, you got long legs on 4K Steelbook. I think I just bought that one on Blu-ray. Yeah, I just got the Blu-ray of that one. That was a fun one. It's funny, I watched It Follows last night because I bought the new, they have a new Valentine's slipcovers on Blu-rays and some DVDs at Walmart, and I upgraded It Follows and American Psycho to Blu-ray since I didn't have those yet. They were $10 a piece though, and it was fun to make a video about it. He's precious. The new issue of Fangoria is supposed to be hitting shelves. I want to pick that up. Not Nosferatu on the front. That'll be fun. Yeah, I see that. There were definitely a couple UK releases I was interested in this year that I didn't end up getting because I am not made of money, so I have to be very selective. One of the only big sets I've ordered in the last 6 months was that Rumpelstiltskin one, and then Deep Blue Sea recently from, who was that, from Arrow? It's Child's Play and Bride of Chucky back there on VHS. Bride is probably my favorite out of those. But Halloween 3 is my favorite. Nightmare on Elm Street 2 is my favorite. I feel like, you know, I just like the weird ones. Do I like classic 90s Nicktoons? Some of them. Let's see. I have all of All Real Monsters on DVD because that's children's horror is like one of my favorite genres. So I have like that and Courage the Cowardly Dog. I have a massive Scooby-Doo collection like on DVD and VHS. Nicktoons. Rocko's Modern Life was fun when I was a kid. Rugrats. I don't really care for them too much anymore. I liked Rocket Power. Haven't watched it in years. Name some more of them. I can't even remember half of them. I was more of a Cartoon Network kid by the mid 90s, but I would still occasionally flip over and watch some Nicktoons. I remember Welcome to Wienerville on Nickelodeon in the 90s. That was a weird show. Wild and crazy kids, like some of the stuff that wasn't cartoons. Double Dare. Legends of the Hidden Temple. Solid. What's the one with the aggro Craig? Oh, yeah, Hey Arnold. I watched Hey Arnold growing up. I haven't watched it in years. Is that a new thing? Did they do a new Hey Arnold thing? I feel like they did, didn't they? Didn't watch it, though. I didn't watch the new Animaniacs either, but... yeah, oh well. I would occasionally watch, like, Wild Thornberrys, though. Tim Curry was in that, so you gotta. Come on back in my lap. He's trying to get in the robe here. Yeah, I was big into Cartoon Network, though. Like, these days, I have spent days rewatching, like, Dexter, and Courage the Cowardly Dog is the big one for me out of those, but... I remember the day that SpongeBob premiered on Nickelodeon, actually. I remember them hyping up and seeing all the commercials for it. I was in, like, 3rd grade, I want to say. And I was never, like, a fan in the sense that I wanted SpongeBob merchandise, you know what I mean? But I would for sure watch it. Gotta go. Phone's on 4%. All right, well, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for checking out the channel recently. And we'll see you again sometime. Cartoon Network. So, when I started watching Cartoon Network, there were not a lot of original cartoons, if any. Maybe, Two Stupid Dogs, was that one of the first ones? I remember watching a lot of Super Friends reruns and Voltron and Scooby-Doo and all the Hanna-Barbera stuff, because essentially it was the Hanna-Barbera channel when they started. Ed, and Eddie was a good one. I remember seeing the promos for that, and they were confusing. Like, I didn't know what the hell the show was about. It was just them running around in a white space, and it was like the theme song, and it was like Ed, and Eddie coming soon, and you're like, it tells me nothing about what this show is, but I ended up loving it. Cow and Chicken. I remember What a Cartoon, where they showed all the pitches for those shows. So you'd have, like, the Powerpuff Girls, Dexter, some of those shows that premiered there first. And Dexter was, like, the first big one from this cartoon from Hanna-Barbera Studios before they eventually became Cartoon Network. When that happened, that's when Dexter started being animated like shit. Ironically, I've actually done a whole video on a brief history of Dexter's Laboratory. I think I've also I did Powerpuff Girls as well, like a year ago. I don't remember that Ed and Eddie Halloween special. I have not watched anything they've produced, Ed and Eddie, since I was a kid. If you have a certain print of Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, they have an advertisement for Ed, Ed, and Eddie. I actually have a video store poster for Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island framed, hanging on the wall over there. Below it's all my Scooby-Doo DVDs and VHS. I have Zombie Island, and I have it on VHS and on DVD. And I feel like it does have an Ed, Ed, and Eddie cartoon, or trailer. Like there's at least 3 Scooby-Doo compilation VHSs that were released. The one I had as a kid was called Scooby-Doo's Greatest Mysteries, but there's also Scooby-Doo's Creepiest Capers and Spookiest Tales. And I'm pretty sure at least 2 out of 3 of them, maybe all 3, have preview cartoons for other current Cartoon Network shows. So the one I had growing up had the Boogeyman episode of Powerpuff Girls afterwards. I have, if I'm just talking about Scooby-Doo VHS, there's those 3 tapes, those compilation episodes, which are just Scooby-Doo Where Are You episodes. Scooby-Doo Meets Batman, Scooby-Doo Goes Hollywood, Scooby-Doo and the Boo Brothers, Scooby-Doo and the Ghoul School. I'm missing Reluctant Werewolf on VHS. I do have the DVD, but I want the VHS. Zombie Island, Witch's Ghost, Cyber Chase, Alien Invaders, Loch Ness Monster. A couple more. There's just the slipcover instead of the clamshell for Witch's Ghost, and then a couple more compilation tapes. DVDs are too far for me to read them all, but there's a lot. Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island started, those first 4 movies they did, which were Zombie Island, Witch's Ghost, Alien Invaders, and Cyber Chase. I think all 4 of those were animated by a Japanese studio. And they were all really good, but Zombie Island is the one that kicked it off. Yeah, I have a decent little collection going. I've always bought them when I found them out in the wild, and I was always a fan growing up. So there's a couple others there, and a bunch of the shows, full seasons, and I really don't have much that's made after a certain date, but I do have the Scooby-Doo meets Courage the Cowardly Dog movie and the Return to Zombie Island movie. Oh, what else we got here? Yeah, I have no Scooby-Doo on Blu-ray at this point, though. I think they've released the original series on Blu-ray, but I don't know if it's a different scan or if it even would look any better than the DVDs that I already have, or if I even need it to. Because I'm content watching it on VHS, let alone DVD, but... Yeah, that's what I thought. I've looked into all that before because they hadn't made Scooby-Doo movies since the early 90s. They did Scooby-Doo Goes to Hollywood in the late 80s, and then they did Boo Brothers, Ghoul School, and Reluctant Werewolf were grouped together. I mean, I collect any VHS Scooby-Doo if I come across it in the wild. I think I have, if you're saying the classic, I think there's one tape over there that's labeled classic, and it's the slipcover style, not the other style. And then there's the... what does that say? Scooby-Doo something Dracula's Castle? Oh, yeah, the Hassle and Dracula's Castle Cartoon Network tape. The Vampire Legend, whatever the hell that one's called. Some of them I'm less... Like, obviously the original series I like, but I have it on DVD, so I'm not like, oh my god, I gotta get those. It's more stuff like Reluctant Werewolf's the main one I'm hunting down now, which it's not like it's super rare or anything. I could easily get on there and eBay that. I probably will at some point. Yeah, Cyber Chase is where they started to go downhill, I think, a little bit, but I still like that one enough. I haven't watched most of the movies they made after that, except for an occasional one like the Vampire, Loch Ness Monster, Return to Zombie Island, and the like I said, the Courage the Cowardly Dog one, which I like that one enough. It was the return of Courage the Cowardly Dog, and the last performance by the actor, I can't remember her name, who played Muriel. I think she died shortly after. And there was already different dude playing Eustace, so... Yeah, I used to record the Toonami in the afternoons, or at least Dragon Ball Z from Toonami. I wish I still had those tapes. I'd give anything for those, like, recordings of those broadcasts. No, I haven't never seen them. It's interesting, though. I would consider getting at least Zombie Island and Witch's Ghost. Those are the best two for sure. Alien Invaders isn't bad, though. I like alien stuff, so. And they always got interesting casts, and those were well-rounded movies. Like, well, I think I am about to call it on this stream for tonight, but I just kind of want to pop in here so the viewers will get more adjusted to me occasionally live streaming and talking about things. Although the internet connection seems like it's been trashed tonight on my end. I don't know how it looks for you guys, but yeah. Thanks for sticking around, and I will see you guys next time.